What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 297 of the LuredUp podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. LuredUp is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. We're streaming this live on twitch.tv/Pokemon Professor Network. Shout out to all the video viewers. Shout out to the audio heads as well. Would love it if you check out all the formats up on YouTube as a VOD as well. So, all good. But I'm your host.
I'm just chilling in the background.
Yeah, Adam's just over there. This is Ken. That's Adam. Adam, what's happening, man? How are you?
Not much.
Dude,
it's been snowing.
Yeah, we've had
snowing.
Terrible
The roads
weather.
were terrible.
Terrible.
And when I say terrible, I mean I know how to drive in the snow. But when somebody stops abruptly, that makes every single car behind you and in front of you freak the F out.
It's
honestly, get out the way.
Move, bitch. So I want to address two things real quick. First thing is last week my audio was shot on the stream, and I apologize. There was a setting.
You mean it was shite?
It was shite. It was shit. It was we figured it out, fixed it. The voice is back, so all good. Second thing is, for the last 6 months, LuredUp has been a clean podcast, which in the 7 years of us doing this show is very different from what we were used to, because we used to run with an explicit tag and we had an uncensored format. So we ran a test for 6 months to see the impact of how being clean with a clean tag would impact our audience, and it had a nominal, if any, effect on things.
Essentially, the same people that are listening to our show are still listening to our show.
Yeah, and
which we appreciate.
Yeah, for sure, because the market has been crazy, and there's been a lot more competition, and we've been able to hold strong doing with what we were doing with this little test, but not enough for me to say in the long term I want to go to a clean format. It was always the intention to do a 6-month test or so, and we did that. And with that being said, we're going to be returning to an uncensored format. So you might hear some stuff on today's episode and episodes going forward that if you're a new listener from the last 6 months, you may have never heard before on this show. But LuredUp kind of built its brand and built its audience on being a little bit different, and I think running the explicit tag, and it's nothing gratuitous, you know what I mean, but we like to make dumb jokes and say stupid stuff, so it's mostly dick and fart jokes, like that kind of thing. So just be warned on that, kiddies. If you're listening, I apologize in advance for saying bad words in the future. I know, like, I always think, like, Adam, whenever we're at live events, the young kids come up to you and they're just like, "Hello, Adam. I'm so nice to meet you." They're like,
because I'm friendly. I'm the people person. I don't really swear normally.
Little
so.
kids. You're like, "Hello,
So
Adam."
I'm always like,
Adam, I changed the team instinct for you, and I. It's the funniest thing, because
well, that's the only team there is Team Instinct. Because if you don't trust your instincts, what do you got? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but anyway, that's the major update, and it's not like we're gonna just start dropping F-bombs like all over the place right now. But I'm just saying we're gonna run an explicit tag, and we've had a good relationship with all our partners, and we intend to keep it that way. So it's nothing gratuitous. All right, we got plenty to talk about, though, on this week's show, and it's kind of a combination of news and some dialogue that I want to create, because there's some stuff going on in the community that's definitely polarizing and splitting things down the middle, but we'll get there. But we will recap the last week of gameplay. We had Hisuian Typhlosion Raid Day, Dazzling Dream, and the bizarre showcase that came along with Dazzling Dream.
Bizarre? Hey, at least we had Pokemon that we could put in there. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That was a welcomed change of pace there for me.
Yep. Adventure effects have proven to be a little bit more polarizing than we originally thought. We'll preview next week's Poke the Beware. We're going to rebrand Poke the Bear to Poke the Beware. And we're going to talk about this topic of adventure effects because the immediate sentiment after it like sunk in of the announcement, it was a pretty consistent vibe on social where there was a strong growing like network of trainers that thought that these things are just way overpriced for in-game resources for what you get as a reward, and they're trying to do the math. And we'll talk about it because I think there's interesting points on both sides of the debate, so we'll talk about that. Raging Battles is up next, and there's a reason that it was paired with a GBL event. We have the Go Battle Week as well during that Raging Battles. But Annihilape is going to be really awesome in all 3 leagues. And shout to JREC Wolf. We're going to talk about one of his articles on GoHub. And he talks about how this one Pokemon...
is this the same JRC Wolf that you're always complaining about?
Yes, he writes really good PvP articles. But yeah, we thumb wrestle on Twitter all the time. But it's entertainment. But he wrote a great article on Annihilape, and I just think it's a very interesting Pokemon because it has relevancy in all 3 leagues, and it's pretty cool. So we'll talk about that. Details have been released on January's final event, which is Taken Treasures, and similar to Raging Battles, this is also like a 2-for-1 event because there's a Team Rocket Takeover. So,
I hate those.
You probably have half of your shadow Pokemon right now with frustration.
I just delete shadow Pokemon. I don't even keep them anymore. I think I actively went in and searched for things, and anything that wasn't up to par, I just deleted.
Jesus. And we'll wrap up.
I transferred to the professor so they could live a happy...
chopped them up. You chopped them up into candy.
Meat grinding life.
We're going to wrap things up with a discussion on the paid timed research thing and how half of Twitter's butt hurts about it right now because that's kind of...
I think it's just your butt.
My butt feels fantastic. It's very well taken care of. No, it's...
That sounds bootylicious.
It is. There, no. There's again with this there could be valid points, but it's really interesting who's kind of getting behind the anti-paid timed research thing movement. So we'll talk about that. But let's start with Dazzling Dream because that's where we're just wrapping up today.
This fun fairy event.
The Fun Fairy event, Double Dust. I mean,
like, can we just call it what it is? It was a Fun Fairy event.
It was a Double Dust event. Like, pretty much a lot of people had this thing, the sentiment on this event of, look, we have Double Dust, right? Catch everything.
All right, let's just jump. Everything was awesome. Shiny Cutiefly. We got Stardust. Cool. Throwing stuff in eggs as a collection challenge. What a miss. No. No.
Bad.
No, not okay.
What did you do?
Okay.
What did you
I
do?
hatched one out of the collection challenge. I don't even know which one it was, but I did not complete it. And I can almost guarantee that many of you trainers out there did not complete this. And if you did, it's because you bought like the 7,000 coin bundle that had 70 incubators of super and regular. That's the only way.
Well, let's talk about it. So, like you said, Cutiefly was there, but the collection challenge, because, and if I scroll down, sorry, I'm going fast.
The first one was fine. I had to evolve, and that was, at least they didn't make me evolve my Cutiefly. I do appreciate that. So thank you to whoever made the decision to not force me to evolve Cutiefly.
Also,
that made me happy.
Also, they make no mention in the blog that there's going to be a hatch-based collection challenge. Like they
didn't.
They should have called that out, because if they call it out, then you could at least prep. Dude, I went into the event with 10Ks.
I scrolled down and I saw the collection challenge is just evolve and stuff. It wasn't until I completed that I saw the other one.
Yeah, it sucked, and I ended up hatching a Togepi out of like an old 2K. So I got that, and then it was the freaking worst. 10 in a row, 7Ks, Togepi. I was like, you gotta be kidding. And I'm typically on the single incubator grind. So this hurt.
But you're on the daily single incubator grind.
Sure,
too.
the free incubator grind, but I have
the Frincubator,
a surplus of
a Serpabus. I love the Serpabus.
I have a surplus of super incubators, so I only use them when needed, and it's typically during this, where I have to get something done in a certain window. So I hatched a shitload, probably like 30 eggs or something like that before I got the challenge done. And it was just like, it was super annoying. So it had the anxiety the whole time because I got a late start because I went into the event with 10Ks and stuff. I couldn't clear my pool. And then they don't even make eggs guaranteed drops from gifts. Like, there was times where I would open 6, 7, 8 gifts and not get an egg drop. And that's so annoying. So, speaking of egg drop, Adam's internet just dropped. Whoa. We'll get him back. We'll get Adam back in a moment. But wow, that was weird. But yeah, this had a lot of people upset, and rightfully so. It was not a good look. It was not a good look at all. But let's actually talk about the event itself. We had a pretty decent spawn pool. A lot of people asking for Flabebe to have a break region lock, which we didn't see. We also didn't see the shiny release, so that sucked. The Dene, Cutiefly, Morlo, great chase. Even Swirlix. I think these are holdout shinies for a lot of people, myself included, so that was pretty cool. Seeing Togetic in the wild again was really neat. Of course, those could be shiny. Here's our egg pool of doom. Field research, here they are again, but these didn't count towards the hatch special or timed research. So that's that. Mawile and Carbink were the if you're lucky kind of things. And here's where they could have called out. I know Adam's not here, but so you're going to see a blank spot in the video for his picture. No internet connection. But the collection challenge could have called out here that there would be. Oh wow, it looks terrible. Hold on, sorry, video viewers. They could have called out there was going to be a hatch challenge. It says so. I'm a firm believer that should have been the case, and unfortunately, it was not. So that's that. All right, let me try to get Adam back on here. I apologize to the chat. Give me a second, and let's get Adam back. This is one of the tough things when you do a podcast remotely, especially when we're having bad weather, and that's exactly what's going on right now. We're both getting slammed, giggity, pause, in the Northeast. Is he coming back? Come on, Adam. The weather's been absolutely terrible. Yo, shout to Just Will for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Justin, we're trying to get Adam back. He lost his internet, so he dropped out of view. So we're gonna get him back in a second. I appreciate everybody in the stream's patience, and we'll get him back up and running in a moment. As we wait for Adam to come back. Justin goes, oh no, here's Adam. He's back. All right, hold on. Hello?
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Your internet dropped.
Yeah, it said connection with the host lost or whatever. So I thought that was you. And then I went to Twitch to see it, and you're just talking away. And I was like, oh, yeah.
No, I knew. Right, I knew. I turned your camera off.
I was like, typical Ken.
Continues
without me.
Well, bro, we're live, homie. We got to keep this. Keep this shit going.
All
right, we're back. But no, I was just showing the collection challenge in the blog where it doesn't call out that there's a hatch collection challenge, and this is not normal. Yep. It's not normal that it's a hatch collection challenge because our typical collection challenges are just catch. You know what I mean? Like
catch, evolve, something like that.
Even trade, right? But the hatch 7Ks also suck. Like, put it in 2Ks. Put them in 2Ks to make it a little easier. A lot of people didn't see this because it's buried in the Today view, like you. So a lot of people lost time on it. I don't know. I just thought the way this whole thing kind of went.
Yeah, you can either lose time or space on it.
Funny Dialga Palkia joke. But now here's the counterpoint. Here's the counterpoint. And kind of throughout the process, I had a lot of anxiety of like hatching these eggs, right? And what that did was motivate me to play and to walk, to put on the distance, right? And dude, it's 20 degrees outside right now. Like it's cold, but you best believe I went for walks and I went target runs for no reason, just to get steps in,
to smell some candles and get some home goods,
get some steps in, and I got it done. But it created this anxiety in the gameplay, and I think that anxiety is what made this collection challenge kind of exciting, because it really
having anxiety gets
excited? it put the pressure on. Dude, it was a little bit of a pressure cooker, and that excitement, that's Niantic's difficulty.
I understand this, but I thought we were getting these Pokemon out of 2Ks or 5Ks.
In the 7Ks. It's terrible.
And I'm sitting here hatching away.
Oh no.
And no, they're in 7Ks. A day, I had just today when I found out that they were 7Ks. I was like, are you flipping serious?
Just Will in the chat says, I have anxiety about having anxiety. Feel that.
That's called anxiety.
But I don't know. I think besides this egg part of it, the hatch thing, which part of me is like,
this was an egg-tastrophe. That's what that was.
I kind of liked it, though. I kind of liked it.
This was scrambled. It was scrambled from the start.
Now, if I was a free-to-play player, damn near impossible, because you're not hatching single incubator. You know what I mean? Like you're just not. The research should have given
with 7Ks.
The research for Dazzling Dream was freaking awesome. It gave 2 premium battle passes, right? Like that's great, but you have to hatch.
Like all the
give us incubators.
All the researches were like hatch 2 eggs, hatch an egg. What do you want to do when you get a task that says hatch an egg? You want to hatch it as fast as possible. A 2K can do that for you.
Yeah, no, they put him in 7Ks. They put him in 7Ks.
Yep. What a miss.
No.
What a miss.
We've talked about
it was a miss.
But we've talked about this before. How does Niantic make the game difficult? How do they?
If you're gonna do something ridiculous like that, it needs to be an announcement. You need to tell people.
Excuse me, community. Hi, community. This is Niantic. Just want to let you know. Next week, you're going to be mad at us.
Listen, have you seen this blog right here?
What
the
blog?
One that says the Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah,
blog
that's what I'm at.
Like Mega Altaria.
Yeah, that's exactly right where I am. Yeah.
Yeah, it says collection challenges.
I know. That's what we have on the screen.
Dazzling Dream collection challenges are coming.
You think they should have called out catch and hatch collection challenges are coming?
Yes, 2 specific challenges. One where you catch and evolve, the other that you hatch. 7K eggs.
So
how hard is it? How hard is that? Right there.
So
I wish you could see my screen because I'm going nuts with the mouse, going back and forth, highlighting it. It takes just one additional sentence.
When I get it.
I don't think you do. I think you want to get it.
No, I understand, but I also really think that this is one of the ways that Niantic can make this game difficult. They have to put some difficulty into this game, and that comes down to this argument of like, no,
this isn't the way though.
Listen, but I don't think
the communication is the way.
But everyone's experience doesn't need to be the same. It's okay.
I'm not saying it has to be the same.
If you can't look, if you're not good enough to beat this challenge, get good. Go out for the walk, or don't buy it. No one's forcing you to buy it. There's still plenty of gameplay without spending $2 and then being mad about it.
I didn't spend $2. I'm not mad about it.
You're not.
Oh wait, no, I did. I did
You
buy
didn't
it. I
complete
did.
it. You told me before we hit record, right? You didn't complete it. The
No, I
hatch
did the
challenge.
research,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not the
but you
catch
did.
challenge
Yeah, you
or
did.
the hatch one I didn't do.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, the collection challenge.
If
Yeah.
only I had an unlimited time to do that hatch challenge.
Then it wouldn't be associated with the Dazzling Gleam event. So.
Well, in any way, do we see the new avatar item? The bug eyes that look absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, First Olympian has it. Hold on, let me boot this user, this bot.
There's a bot in here?
Yeah.
What happened?
He put an ad. All right. So next up on the docket, Adam, is Hisuian Typhlosion. Did you play? Did you work?
I worked, but I was able to get a couple raids in.
Now, I love the resetting raids at the top of the hour. I think it's awesome. I think that they should do that like they were talking about the expansion of weekly raid hours, doing additional raids on each gym. Split it at 5:30, or 6:30. The raid hour goes from 6 to 7. Reset the gyms at 6:30. I think that'd be awesome.
Because then, if you're like me and you're sitting on a gym, you could do a raid twice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Weird.
The event bonuses are always awesome on raid days. Receive up to 5 additional free raid passes from spinning gyms. The remote raid limit increased to 20. For Samurott, it was 10. Right? So Samurott was 10. Now they're up to 20. People hate remote raids because they cost a lot, right?
Yep.
Let me tell you. I was sending invites to everybody under the sun that was online during raid day. Multiple times I'm getting someone that you invited has hit their raid limit for the day. So
I did get that too.
All right. So people are still raiding.
I did seven total. I did 2 at my local gym, or my work's gym, and I remoted 5.
Okay.
I didn't need more than that. I did get the shiny.
How did you consume your raid passes? Did you buy like a 3-pack, or did you buy one of the bundles?
I bought one of the bundles. Or whatever was the online web store in the morning. Like, that's what I bought.
Yep. So,
because I was getting an invite on my way to work, and I was like, well, I might as well do it.
So, is this a Pokemon for you, like, when you get the shiny, you're done?
For the most part, yeah. I still don't have a 100% Typhlosion, so I was trying to go for that. Didn't work out. I did get a 98%, so I'm okay with it. But not nothing to shake a stick at. And I was actually trying, but once I used up my raid passes, I was like, psh, that's it.
And how did you do with soloing? Like, did you have to solo the raids, or?
I was able to duo a raid. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
At work, but
so I like that. We want raid days for legendaries, right? But then you need a party. And a raid like this that can be soloed by a strong counter, accessibility goes through the roof for the event because you could do it yourself. If you've got a couple Kyogres, you were straight. You know what I mean? There was ways to do this by yourself. So with 5 additional raid passes, like you're getting some action giggity on that day. So I thought that was really cool. The event ticket, $5. And we're going to talk about the barrage of tickets in January. I think we're up to 9 in January. But $5, the raid passes, you get an additional 8. So with your daily,
I
knew 14.
I knew that A, I didn't need them, and B, I wasn't going to do that many. As far as like physical raids, so I didn't even bother.
Yeah,
why?
I'm gonna pull up my phone right now. I played in Red Bank on foot. Shout to the group. We had like 5 or 6 people, and we even saw like other pocket groups of players like kind of huddled around, like doing their own thing.
Were you able to snag them?
No, we were. It was
You
really
didn't
cool.
utilize campfire?
We were no. We were throwing flares and. You don't get my flares. You turned off your distance. But
Yep.
I sick of my notifications. But no, because it was so cold, people were like darting in and out of businesses and doing all this stuff because it was just brutal outside. So it was hard to hold a big group, so we stayed in small groups, and it was really cool because we would pass each other on our routes and all that stuff, and it was cool camaraderie. But I have my screen pulled up here. Ended up with 5, and I only did 21 raids. I did 21 raids total, 5
21
shinies.
Raids? That was a lot more than I did.
So
those were all remote, right?
No, I did. I did 1 in person and 20 remote. No, I did 5
you had
remote.
to use that free raid pass, right?
Yeah.
You just had to get it.
I did 4 or 5 remote. The rest were in person. We played for about 2 hours and 20 minutes to do those raids, and put a lot of kilometers on. So it was really good for that as well. But no, good event, good shiny rate, and give us more soloable raid Pokemon like this on events, and I don't know.
I mean, we're gonna see Hisui and Decidueye soon.
Yep.
At some point, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I feel like these were really close together.
Yeah, definitely. That was
definitely... And at least, maybe when I catch these, it'll count as a Rowlet.
Yeah. All right, let's get into. We talked about this last week, but adventure effects. We were pretty hyped on them, right, when we were talking about it last week. But
yeah,
the vibe on social has changed a bit, and people are now saying that they don't feel that Roar of Time, which gives you the 6 extra minutes on the timed consumables like Lucky Eggs and Daily Adventure Incense and regular incense and star pieces and stuff, 5,000 Stardust and 5 Dialga Candy for that 6 minutes, and then Spatial Rend, which is 5 Palkia Candy and 5,000 Stardust for 10 minutes of increased interaction distance. People are now saying it's not worth it. They're like, this is too expensive. And here's my position on this. Spending money in games sucks, right? Like, no one wants to have to give in to the need to spend to enhance an experience, right? So Stardust and Candy are a non-purchasable resource. You can only get that resource from investing time. It's not a money investment. You want 5,000 Stardust? You're going to have to grind for it. You're going to have to feed 150 berries a day, you know what I mean? Like, or catch a bunch of Pokemon.
And then all of the rare candies
and
you get.
All of the rare...
I think the way they counter this is putting rare candy in more research tasks.
Dude,
that's the only that I think that is something that needs to be discussed and that needs to be implemented as do X, Y, and Z, get a rare candy. Even just one.
Rare candy in field research, that'd be cool.
Yes.
That'd be cool, so you have to play it. But the man, my nose is itchy, sorry. Allergies. The thing is with the investment of time versus the investment of money, they can't say that this is too expensive because you're not paying anything for it with any monetary value. It's just your time. And we talked about this a couple episodes back, how a lot of people in the social communities, they're just so concerned about the reward. So people are looking at Roar of Time and being like, oh, I could get 6 extra minutes and get, 6 extra spawns. So that's what this is going to cost me, 5,000 Stardust for 6 extra spawns. I can't even make that back. That's the argument.
That's 600 Stardust.
Right.
If you catch it, you know what I mean?
But what they're missing is...
Ken, tell us what we're missing. Because I'm missing it too.
Because the experience that comes along with this. this isn't something
that doesn't sound exciting.
Look,
I think having more spawn radius and being able to catch more Pokemon is better.
But people are also saying with that the return wouldn't be enough. And I don't know. I think this.
Well, that's a situation where it is what you make it, because you're gonna want to drop lures on Pokestops that you can see within that double distance, and kind of set yourself up for a lure party.
Yeah, well, community days are going to be awesome, and we talked about that, like it costing, the 90,000 Stardust if you want to run Spatial Rend the entire community day. 90,000 dust. Is that a lot? Yeah, right.
That's
to a lot of people, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
See, I'm a bad vertical slice here because I'm like sitting on a cool 22 million, and it's like I have a fucking Bidoof. I'll power up a Bidoof right now to 50. Like, I don't care. I'll spend like $500,000 on a Bidoof. Hold up. Shit. Hold on. Let's see.
Don't do it.
No, I'm going to do something stupid. Hold on. Let me pull up my phone on the screen.
Get a 4-star. Make
no, I'm going to do a perfect. Hold on. Pokemon.
That's literally what I just said.
My Go Plus caught a Bronzor. All right, let's look at the hundos. I got the I have a Bidoof. He's already level 50. I could do a Nidoking, a perfect lucky Nidoking from level 40 to level 50.
There you go. Do that one.
125,000. That's Bush League though. Shouldn't I go for something more expensive? Just to be stupid? Should I be stupid about it and do like Sentret or something? Lunatone for Tom Cruise. I got.
Well, I just put 80.
Oh, hold
80,000.
I got one
into a Crustle. Now I'm at 2656.
I don't have the rare candy or the Candy XL. Shit. I don't know. I got to do something stupid. Here's another level 50 maxed out Bidoof. I got a couple maxed out Bidoofs. Damn. I don't know what to do,
It's not that special if you just keep maxing out Bidoofs.
Scraggy? I could do a Scraggy. I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to this at the break. I'll figure this out, and I'll do it at the end of the show. But, so, yeah. 20 Mil Club, Matty G. 20 Mil Club in the chat. Solid. But I think this is worth talking about in detail. So I put up a Poke the Beware for next week, and we'll get a head start on it now. It says, let's discuss adventure effects and analyze their cost-benefit. Are you excited about the feature? How do you feel about the costs? Does the duration feel right? And how often will you use them? Now, Adam, to you, does this seem like something you're going to use frequently? Or is this like an event thing?
No, not at all. It would be like for an event. Like, for an event. That's something that, like, you go to Go Tour, not Go Tour, but you go to like Go Fest and you're like, you need that. Like, that is a benefit for sure.
Yeah, but you have to make this special, right? So that I think that Niantic is aiming for that, right? This doesn't need to be something that's so common that it's not special. This has to be something really cool. Origin forums have to have, an impact. So I think it should be resource heavy, but I think that's another example of Niantic injecting difficulty into this game. How do they make the game hard? They make you work for it by actually playing. There's certain things in this game that you could buy your way into. You know what I mean? When the remote raids were a thing, you could just buy your way into catching that legendary hundo, because at that point you're just adding to cart, right? Legendaries. Here's $1, here's $1, legendary. You could buy your way to succeeding in that mechanic, right? Even with eggs, you could buy a shitload of incubators. You still have to walk them off, but you could just buy a bunch so you have more shots at it. When the game makes you do the work through gameplay and not through money, that's the game saying, hey, this is a challenge. This is going to be challenging because you can't pay your way out of this one. And I think that's what we're seeing here, and people don't like it. People don't like it. At least some of them, the trainers on Twitter. I do think it's kind of cool. It makes it special, and I don't think it's something that we'll do all the time. And I think for someone who's like, hey, I'd like to grind up to get 10 minutes in, like me, I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to run this for 3 hours on community day. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'll run it the whole time, spatial rend. But that's because I have stupid Stardust. If I didn't, and then I was trying to like work up to like, oh man, maybe I could save 25,000 Stardust or something over the next month. So on community day, I could drop it and have this crazy experience during community day.
See, I don't even know if I'd be able to hold on to it. It would be
because
like,
you're spend happy.
Yeah.
What are you spending it on?
I just told you I spent 89,000 on a Crustal just now.
But
I had 90. I had 90 plus.
Are you
1,000.
using it? Like, what do you?
No.
There's more to talk about in the conversation, though. There's more to talk about, and GoHub puts up an article, and this is by Zero. Shout out to Zero. And the headline says, "Adventure effects are too expensive and too niche." Shout to Simon. Too niche. Niche. Pen pal Simon had wrote on Twitter. He's like, I'm not listening to another podcast till they say niche correctly. Shouts.
Don't listen to Ken.
Shout to pen pal Simon. Adventure effects are too expensive and too niche for most trainers. Niantic needs to address this before launch. Boom. Yo, this is a strong headline. This is a very strong headline. And get that ad out of there. It says, goes into the adventure effects, talking about how expensive it is. Here's the reference I thought was really cool. Want special rend active for an hour? You need to spend 30 Palkia candy and 30,000 Stardust. Roar of Time for an hour? 50 Dialga candy and 50,000 Stardust. Dude, I think Spatial Rend is the win here. I think that's the cooler one.
Yeah, I agree.
The experience of seeing a full-ass map, you know what I mean? With a whole bunch of Pokemon further distance, especially if you're somewhere that has like a tri-stop or something that's all lured up and you can get this like sick, huge diameter. The experience, not just, oh, how many Pokemon is this going to convert to? It's like, dude, just try it out. But he's calling it out, saying, like, is there even use case for these bonuses at these prices? No. The numbers seem ludicrous to us. That's what he says. So there's some pretty strong feelings out there about adventure effects. And, like, I don't know. Last week when we talked about it, that was, like, positive, right? So...
You were.
Yeah. No, I still am.
But are you, though?
Yeah, sure. Dusty Blade, Palkia, and Dialga only come around once a year. So, yeah, that's true. That's why they'll become my rare candy dumpsters. That's definitely where I'll go with it. All right. Speaking of GoHub, oh, man, Adam, I think I almost lost your internet connection there for a second again. I had a little brownout.
A what?
A little brownout. Browntown.
Brown cow.
Go to Browntown. Prepare yourself for a Battle Week event featuring the debut of the Rage Monkey Pokemon Annihilape. We talked about this last episode. But we also talked how this kind of like has a double date with Go Battle Week. So you get these kind of two experiences in one. You have your niche Go Battle Week, and you have your general gameplay of Raging Battles. So, JRE Seawolf, JRE 47 on GoHub, put together this meta kind of analysis on Annihilape and GBL, and there's really cool stuff in here. And
yeah, like what? Like
here's
what?
The stat products.
Tell me about it.
All right, so you could use Annihilape in all three cups, great, or all three leagues, great, ultra, master. And the best thing is the great and ultra league versions of Annihilape to be the best stat product are non-Candy XL builds. So you can build to these spec without having to invest Candy XL. So that's a big deal because then it's much more accessible, rare candy, all that crap. So if you get a 215-15 in Great League, You want a 0, 15, 15 in Ultra League, and of course you want, maxed out in Master. But it's very rare that we see a Pokemon that can have relevancy in all 3 leagues. And JRE in this, goes into typical style. He goes into like over the top detail about all the moves and all this stuff. And again, this is all speculation because this hasn't dropped yet. So we're assuming these will be the moves. But Ghost type that can learn Dark and Ice moves and have these resistances. I think this is going to be really awesome for like fighting metas because it adds some spice to the mix. So it's kind of cool. So if you're into PvP, probably listen to a PvP podcast. But yeah, know that Annihilape is going to be good in all 3 leagues. So yeah, make sure you're aware and going for it. It's pretty diverse, which is really cool. All right, Adam, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about Team Go Rocket's return with the Taken Treasures event. I think this is going to be a good one. And
oh yeah, I love Team Rocket.
JT Valor's in the chat, says, do the level 1 Ghastly. The level 1 Ghastly. I do have. That was my most recent hundo. I don't know if I have the Candy XL. Do I? I do have the Candy XL. All right, hold on. Let me evolve this. Hold up. Let's get a new attack on this, John. Oh wait, I'm doing it without showing it on the screen. Hold on. I just got a second move here. I'll worry about that later. Let me evolve up and max out this Ghastly before we take a break. So yeah, this was my most recent hundo that I caught with the Go Plus Plus. And I'm taking it from a level 1 Ghastly up to a level 50 Gengar right now. So I'm just evolving up to Gengar, and then I'll sink the dust. Shout out to JT Valor.
Say that it's fake.
Literally doing it on screen. Shout out to JT Valor in the chat.
Just say.
And JT Valor is the dude. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube, he is the dude. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube, please do, because his channel is fantastic and his content
you want some straight
is
up
everlasting.
Everlasting.
All right, I'm powering it up.
JT's the way to go.
Yo, right now it's a 1 candy power up. That's because it's level 1. That's so cool. Level 40 Gengar on screen right now. All right, 519,300 Stardust, 304 candy, 296 rare candy. Holla! Let's do it. Booyah! Level 50 Gengar. Yes. Wow. Let's go.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's go.
Who gave you the keys to that car?
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to JT Valor. That's awesome. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. All right. Let's take a break. Come back. We'll talk about Team Go Rocket and follow up on this paid timed research debacle. People upset.
Listen, I'm very excited for Annihilape. I have 100% Primate, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Well, you're gonna need that candy. So, you have Candy XL for Primate on Mankey.
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right, audio listeners, we'll be back right after this. And chat is here. Hello. How do I close
I'm
this
currently,
message?
because I ran out of Stardust, I just dropped a star piece, and I'm just dropping as many berries as I can in all of my gyms, because I still have Delibirds that are just sitting up in Santa's Village.
You'll get them back. All right. I'm ready to come back when you is.
Yeah, drink my Pokemon water. Sponsored by Pokemon water.
That wasn't true.
It wasn't true. But it came right out of a Squirtle's mouth, so.
At least that's where it came out of. All right, let's do this.
How does a Squirtle go to the bathroom?
What do you mean?
These are the real answers that we need.
How does a turtle go to the bathroom? It's probably the same way.
Well, I don't know if it's it's shooting out water from the front and the back. I don't know. Where does that water come from?
I don't know.
It just has a regenerating.
All right, let's come back. And we're back from our break. Thank you so much for that. And just some housekeeping to get through real quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon, and you can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support the show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCG Live prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there. Shout to First Olympian for becoming the first LuredUp Gym Leader Challenge winner.
Woo!
And
whoop, whoop.
Next month, he gets to defend his title.
Whoop.
He gets to create his own meta, which he's sent me, and it's awesome. So we will be posting.
Is it a Delibird meta? Because that's the only meta that I would.
But
it would just be Delibird.
We're doing this really cool gym leader challenge in our Discord, where each month there'll be a gym leader who has to earn that spot. First Olympian defeated me to take my badge, which was an actual enamel pin that he was sent, along with a prize. We did a Anchor. I think it was a 12K power bank. He defeated an 8-person tournament in the Discord, and then went on to fight me in a single one-on-one battle, in a one-match battle, and kicked my butt and won. So he's the champ. Now he creates his own meta. That meta that he creates, he'll sit on the sidelines, but there's gonna be a whole separate tournament happening using his meta in the Discord, and the winner of that will go on to battle him in that meta. He has to either defend his title, or there will be a new gym leader who can create their own meta for the following month, and on and on and on. And each month, the gym leader wins a prize, real-life prizes, and real-life enamel pin gym badges. So it's a lot of fun. We're having a blast with it in the Discord. We'd love to have you over there. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, absolutely Ryan, Ben, DJ Wonderbread, Hall of Counselor, GK, Sue, Jamal, Joseph, Mythical Hitch, Beardboat Baggins, and Big Sop Minus. And special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bhatt, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Tish Smith and Kate the Cons. And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, and leave us some reviews. We have new merch dropping over the next 2 weeks. We have dropped the Way Spotters drop today, so you can check out the Way Spotters on Twitter for their new design. It's pretty dope.
It is pretty. I like the forest green. I like the
I'm gonna get the heather gray. I think the good old classic heather gray, like I'm a gym going to gym class.
Good old classic forest green.
Well,
because currently I'm just rocking this one. You know,
you are wearing a Way Spotter shirt.
Yeah,
That's
you
funny.
gotta represent. Shout out to Jamal and Chris.
That's great. All right, let's talk about
ways.
Let's talk about taking treasures. I think
when you go to the gym,
you get swole,
and you need somebody to create a Pokestop at that gym. That's when you need to call in a Way Spotter.
It's like. Dude,
can you help me nominate this as a gym?
My favorite thing that I'm seeing happen in real time in the Discord is someone post a question in the nomination help, asking like, "Hey, here's the coordinates. Here's the images. Like, can you help me? What?" And Jamal gets into the Google car and drives around this neighborhood on screen share with people. Like the person's like, make a right. And he's like, doing the whole thing, driving through town, finding things to nominate because he's looking at the Ingress Intel map and like mapping the whole town. It's the greatest thing ever. And seeing communities come to life. So Tish posted screenshots last week on our Zoom call of her neighborhood, which used to be like completely blank. And there's 2 parks, and she still has like 5 more stops to go. Fully fleshed out game board in her community, and she built the entire thing. Sick. Absolutely sick.
That's awesome.
So awesome. So, yeah. Who are you going to call? Way Spotters.
Ghostbuster.
If you need help with building out the game board in your area, hit them up because they worked their magic. But all right, let's get into taking treasures. So I think Mystic 7 put out a video today saying like this could be the best Pokemon Go video or Pokemon Go event ever. Like, this is so great. People are hyping on this event.
It could be. It could be.
But there's a lot of hype, and there's good reason to. So, really badass key art. You see some starters and shadows, and then you see a new Pokemon, which is really exciting. It says Team Go Rocket returns. Shadow Kyogre joins Giovanni, and Shadow Ho-Oh makes its Shadow Raid debut. We did have Shadow Ho-Oh previously, but now we have Shadow Raids, where it's going to be openly raidable, which is hot. Team Go Rocket is taking over again. Giovanni is back with vengeance with Shadow Kyogre. Do you do these quickly when these come around? Like, are you
No, I know that I'll get it eventually. It's not like I take my time. I mean, I'll do it, but I'm in no rush.
What about
I'm not like
daily
day one,
grunting?
You know
what about daily grunts? Like, are you see a grunt? Are you doing it? Like, how often are you battling Team Go Rocket?
When there's an event like this.
only
that
when you have to.
Just floats.
Only when you have
to. I like that you can zoom in enough so you don't see the balloon.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
You just love when you see it like take off.
And then
like,
I get so annoyed when I'm trying to spin a stop and the grunt's there. I'm like, are you serious?
Well, sometimes they don't give you the chance to spin
drive
it.
By.
They don't give you the chance to spin. It goes right into like the grunt coming on screen. It's like, no. It's so funny. So funny. But Taking Treasures is coming. It's the last event of the month, 27th of January through February 1st. We have Varoom and Reveroom. We got some really awesome little engine Pokemon here. The single cycle, like one cylinder engine. Pokemon Varoom and its evolution.
I think these have some good horsepower behind them.
They sure do. Starting with this event, Varoom will be available to hatch from 12K eggs. Pretty awesome. A reason to do strange eggs.
That's cool. I enjoy that because that pulls it as super exclusive. It's only in the 12Ks.
But it's permanent
hard to get.
It's permanent.
Yes. Yeah. But I get that. And I get that it's the 12K egg. And I get that this is in there because in the main series game, Team Star has this as every single battle you face. So make it hard to get. Like this is deserving of something hard to get.
Yep. Team Go Rocket will appear more frequently at Pokestops and in balloons. Sorry, Adam. You could use charged TMs to help a shadow Pokemon forget the charged attack frustration. I'm going to pull up my phone real quick.
That's so frustrating.
For the video. And if you search at frustration, which I'm doing now, it'll pull up all the Pokemon in your inventory. I currently have 38, but I haven't done a mass purification yet. You'll see all the Pokemon that have frustration. So you could just use this filter and just TM through the whole list. And it's very easy to do. At frustration in the search bar and just, do it. A lot of people are sitting on a lot of... you know what? How... Are TMs rare for you?
No, I have so many.
Is it?
I think because Tornadus is out, I actively used an Elite TM on my Tyranitar because it had Bite, and I wanted the Smackdown. I was like, I'm not playing around. Yeah, I was like, I just want it.
Save Shadow Kyogre. So Giovanni, I try to do this as quick as possible. I want to take care of this ASAP.
You're taking care of business, is what you're saying.
I never sit on a Giovanni quest. I have the two freaking stupid Latios, Shadow Latios, because that time it doubled up. But Kyogre is awesome. I have 2 Hundo Kyogres.
A good one.
And I love me some Kyogre. So this is pretty cool, and it'll be interesting to see how this fares as like a water type in the raid meta. Shadow Raid debuts for Shadow Ho-Oh. This is going to be pretty cool, so grind the hell out of that. It'll appear in 5-star Shadow Raids.
I just
that weekend.
I do want to let you know that I used my second Master Ball today.
You did, Galarian bird.
Galarian bird. I just sent you a picture.
Oh,
so if you can,
I got to be careful opening text on the stream here.
I know.
I just realized your picture's all effed up. Hold on. Gotta tighten
My
you up.
picture's all messed up.
Gotta
You
tighten you
ruined
up.
my picture.
Oh, the Zapdos. You got the Zapdos. So how's your birds now? You have all of them?
I am still missing Articuno.
Oh, nice. All right, well that's fun.
Which I've seen. I have not seen Zapdos. I don't think I've seen Zapdos. So like I've seen Moltres many times, or maybe Zapdos was the first one I saw. Oof. But yeah.
Team Go Rocket Grunts, as well as your leaders, Sierra, Cliff, and Arlo, are using different shadow Pokemon, so we have a whole shift here.
Oh, good.
Corefish.
Do we have any research on that?
Corefish is in there. You like Corefish. Krogunk, Piplup, Dwebble, Chimchar, Snorunt, Ferroseed, all new shadow grunt Pokemon. Raids, not too exciting down below here. Alolan Rattata, Alolan Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Galarian, Zigzagoon, and 1-star. Kind of lame.
Yeah, none of those really.
Shiny hunting, I mean, look, use your free daily pass on 1-stars. You know what I mean? Like, don't go a day where you sleep on your raid pass if you're not going to use 2 the next day. Spend your raid pass. It's free. You know.
The 3-stars, though, Galarian Weezing, Tyranitar, Bombardier. I mean, I'm okay with all of those.
Yep, these are good. Weezing, regular Weezing, not so much, but
no. Why can't that be shiny? Why?
I know.
Why?
Tyranitar.
Didn't we have Kanto already?
Yeah.
Why can't that be shiny? Why?
Yeah.
Literally, why? No one, and I implore you, no one do regular Weezing. If
show
it's your
them,
favorite Pokemon,
talk with the wallet.
Talk with your wallet. Talk with your wallet and talk with your rating habits. Please do not do the Weezing.
Yeah.
Please. I'm begging you.
1-star Shadow Raids, Shadow Alolan Sandshrew, Murkrow, Pineco, Krogunk. Note only Murkrow and Pineco can be shiny in this batch.
What?
Scyther,
all
Skarmory.
The shadow Pokemon able to be shiny?
No. So what they did last time was some grunt Pokemon couldn't be shiny because their regular shiny hadn't been released yet. Now they call out let me scroll up. Sorry, I'm going fast, chat.
Yeah, you're going too fast.
Well, it says here, also, Pokemon rescued from Team Go Rocket Grunts may be shiny Pokemon if you're lucky. So
as the Pokeball turns, no, you don't need Weezing for your Pokedex.
Yeah.
There's no way you need it for your dex. And if you do Galarian Weezing. It'll come up and it'll be like the cool smokestack, and that will be your entry.
He's a very distinguished gentleman. Yes.
He's a very distinguished gentleman.
Scyther, Skarmory, Galette in 3-star Shadow Raids. I don't know.
Like, why can't Galette be shiny? It has its shiny release. Why can't? Don't do any of these Shadow Raids. Period. Just don't do them.
Varoom in 12Ks. This is pretty cool because this is going to be going
Varoom in
forward.
12Ks. Do them.
Yeah.
Do them. Get those 12Ks.
You're going to have to do at least one set of leaders to get to Giovanni and stuff like that. So get some strange eggs. Event-themed field research will be available. Mysterious components, charged TMs, and fast TMs in field research. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. These PvP guys and ladies always saying they have no TMs.
Well, there you go. Now you don't even need to raid to get these TMs.
Field research. Booyah. Ekans, Zubat, Coughing, Paldean, Wooper, Quillfish, Poochyena, Sableye, Krogunk, Scraggy, Marini. The exciting one here, Adam, Bruxish is making its return.
I did see Bruxish. I got a little
excited there. This is your sleeper PvP Pokemon, right? Or we got the cat out of the bag?
I enjoy this one.
Be on the lookout for showcases at different Pokestops during the event where you can enter event. Did we talk about the fucking stupid showcase where it could be any fairy Pokemon? So you're putting a Xerneas up against.
We did not.
Yeah, putting a Xerneas up against the smallest 22 score showcase Pokemon. It's like I don't know what they're thinking.
But what they were thinking is everyone has at least one of these Pokemon.
Xerneas? It's a legendary that was time gated.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, but a fairy.
Necessarily Xerneas, but they have fairy Pokemon.
Every single screenshot in our chat that I saw, all 3 on people's summary page were Xerneas, Xerneas, Xerneas. So
yes,
if you didn't have Xerneas, you were SOL. Pokemon Web Store, Rocket Bundles, Event Bundle in the regular store, and now another ticket, $5, paid timed research. Check out this note in the blog. It says, please note that timed research expires. Okay? There's no surprises to what you're buying. You don't have to buy this if you don't like the terms. If you don't want the challenge, don't do it. But it goes back to difficulty in this game, and this is how you make the game difficult.
It's kind of like the timed PvP things. You know, it's like they give it to us, and it's like,
but you're paying for the
complete it. No, I understand, but it's like if you're gonna grind for it, you have that short window. So what's the difference between paying for it and not paying for it? Like, it's still in that same window. In that same window, we actively paid to do something that was timed in that window.
Yeah.
We remember Cryogonal?
Yep.
Cryogonal. We paid to actively do that. And that was such a grind. I remember trying to complete it at the end of it. I was like incense. I had lures going, and I was like struggling to catch those last few ice types to complete the last 2 or 3 tasks.
So it was hard to complete. It was right? Hard is a good word.
No, it was easy as like during the whole day because I was just going through it. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do it again. And then I paid for it to try to do it again, but struggled because I should have just done it at the beginning
to double up.
Then I would have been able to double up. Yeah.
Oh, there's also a really cool avatar pose, Pokeball throw, which is.
It also
cool.
says there's a nice box in the web store.
Yeah.
Which has 3 premium raid passes plus 3 remote raid passes and plus 1 egg incubator.
Yeah, the 7 rocket radar bundle is pretty badass too. So, but the paid time research, let's get into it because PokeJungle at PokeJungle on Twitter.
Yeah, but what we were just talking about, Cryogonal, they gave it to us for free, and then you could pay for it
if you wanted more.
And if you didn't complete it, that's on you. It was a timed research in a window.
Same challenge whether it's free or paid. Because it's timed either way. I think this game, and we mentioned this last week, is doing a great job of presenting almost like a good, better, best experience. You could have your free-to-play thing and have all this stuff for the event. You could pay $2 and have some extra. Or you could pay $5 and get a little bit more. But those things that you're buying are part of the experience. So people are saying, if I buy something, I should be guaranteed the reward. Because you're buying something, you're paying for it. But that's the thing, you're not paying for the reward. You're paying for the chance to unlock a reward. Whether you complete that or not, you still got the value that you paid for. Because you're paying for the chance to unlock something. Whether you finish it is up to you. So that also determines like what the value ends up being. PokeJungle says developer Niantic Labs needs to end paid timed research in Pokemon Go. This is the warmest it's been the last few days, and I'm not going to be driving around and parking just to spin stops. It shows the Dazzling Dream timed research with spin 20 Pokestops or gyms. He's at 0 of 20. And it shows a temperature of, 3 degrees? Feels like minus 16. So
that's cold. That's like, I would not want to be outside.
Right. My take on this was, look, of course, we're never going to say risk your safety, right? Or health. Like, don't be ridiculous.
Right.
But I completed my Dazzling Dream stuff when I went food shopping in one trip. Catch 20 ferry, catch 20. I did it in one trip. On my way there with the Go Plus, at the hatched an egg while I was walking, Go Plusing on the way home, and completed it in one shot. And I have to go food shopping, right? I have to feed my son. I'm not bound to the house. This isn't, it sucks to go out in the cold, but many of us, most of us, still going to work every day. You know what I mean? So you're leaving. To call waste spotters and find something in your area that you can reach from your desk at work and have a Pokestop. I don't know what to say. Don't risk life and limb. But again, this is what makes timed research challenging. You're buying into that challenge. Next up, we got Joe Merrick. Joe Merrick saying, Niantic, please stop making timed research paid. If it's paid, make it special research. If it's timed, it should not be paid. Please, this is bad practice. Why can't these two things exist at once? Why can't... can they? Do you think that all paid research should be special research? Because I think they can both exist. Buying a $1 ticket for Community Day is a special research. It lasts forever. This is not. These are timed. I think there needs to be both. You want diversity. You want different levels of accessibility. You want different options for players. They're giving them to you. All this stuff is optional, and it ties back to FOMO. People don't want to miss out. They want the experience of it, but they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for it.
But not pay for it just with money. They don't want to pay for it with effort. Whatever the block to the effort is, whether it's cold out or, someone said that the Ghastly girl on Twitter was like, my door's frozen shut. Look, I get it. But Niantic shouldn't change the game because your door is frozen shut. This is a cool mechanic that makes the game difficult. And it's optional. It's optional. That's the kicker. And they're not like hiding exclusive shit behind it. It's just 2 free raid passes or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It's not. It's like you complain about the rewards not being great, but like when you have to work for them, now they really suck. I don't know. I don't agree with this at all. So where are you at with paid research being special or timed, or the anxiety or the challenge that timed research creates, whether you pay for it or not, any timed research, because the time limit's on whether it's a paid or a free timed research. Where are you at?
I am okay
with them both existing at the same time?
With them both existing. Because, again, if we were given the ability to do, hey, here's Cryogonal. If you want to complete it or want to do more, there's that option. Or you could just double up and do it now. The smarter thing would have been to double up and do it then. I didn't do that. So I paid by having to work harder. This, if you buy it at the beginning of the event, it's a lot easier to complete because you have all of those days. If you bought it that day and then you're trying to complete it within a day left,
it would be like buying. It would be like buying January Expedition access on January 30th. And being like, exactly. The value sucks.
Yeah, be like, I only got one egg.
But what about the anxiety? Because when you had to push to get that cryogonal stuff done, and you were grinding, you put up the lures, you were running incense, doing your thing. Like, did you feel immersed in the game in that moment? Did you feel like you were really training your ass off? Like, did it feel like you were?
Yeah, I was at a birthday party trying to complete stuff as well, but it was a lot. Because it's like I could have gone and walked and gotten all the stops.
Oh, I remember this now. But
it's like I
remember
I couldn't leave. So It's like
I remember.
I had to do what I could, and that forced me to do the lures. It forced me to do incense.
Yeah, no, it's I like that anxiety. It's like the antithesis of the FOMO. It's like the fear of missing out means your hands are tied, right? You're going to miss out. Yes. The fear of missing out is different when whether you miss out or not is based on your own efforts, right? Being the best that there ever was, right? That takes a dedication. It takes a sacrifice. It takes persistence and perseverance. It takes all of that.
Yep.
This is a real world immersive game. The challenges of the trainer that's in a rural place versus someone who's in Tokyo versus someone who's in a new area to the game that has no game board, like whatever the case may be, I think it's okay for trainers to have different experiences in this game. And Niantic does a smash job, in my opinion, bringing the game to every trainer, with the exception of a couple things: routes and party play. Right? You can't do those things sitting around or whatever. Like
you can't
daily adventure in sense, but everything else, you can do. It's just you can't do it at scale. Here's your daily Pokemon. Here's your daily items. Oh, I could catch a Pokemon and close the app? Guess what? There's a lot of people catching one Pokemon a day. And guess what Pokemon that is?
The daily one.
The daily one. It's hard to remember that. So the game has to go from providing access like that to being difficult to someone who's been obsessed with the game for 7 years, that plays in day and day out. And these are the people that are upset the most that the game is requiring them to do effort. It's what makes this game hard. It's one of the only ways that Niantic can make the game hard, is they make you work for it.
Giggity.
Yeah, they make you work for it, right? The 500 excellent throws, there's ways that they can make the game hard. This is one of them. So,
and again, if you're going to pay for it, you should know that, like, okay, it is a timed research. Like, I'm more butthurt of the hatch collection. That's something we can be upset about. I didn't even pay for that, and I'm upset with it.
No, I just think that you know what you're paying for. You're paying for the experience, and people are too focused on rewards. Like, what about the journey to earn those rewards? What about what you have to do? Like, people are just concerned about, like, it's like everything in this game is a commodity. People look at it like that. Just give me my items. Just give me my Pokemon. Here's my money. Give me my rewards. It's like, what about the line between point A and point B, between start and finish? That is experiential. And that is what you're paying for when you buy these tickets to these events. So you can research something.
Exactly.
You're not buying something in the shop that's just cash and carry. You're not doing that. But remote raids, in my opinion, made legendaries feel like that, because here's my buck. Bam. Give me that Pokemon. It's a lot different when you have to grind your ass off. And sometimes you have to grind your ass off to get this stuff done.
To the point where you have no booty left.
None. But I just don't. It sucks when I see community leaders talking negatively and, like, with confidence. Even GoHub, like, saying, like, Niantic, you need to change this. It's like, whoa. Do we want the easiest game on earth? Do we want no challenge? Then no one's going to want to play this game when it's just bland. I don't know. Let us know what you think.
I'm okay with playing the game.
Right. But
just don't give me another hatch challenge.
People
please.
Are jeez, Adams, one track. No, it's I think it's an interesting topic. Let us know what you think about it. Let us know what you think on adventure effects. There's a lot kind of to talk about in the community right now, and it's a pretty exciting time in the game. So I'm really excited to close out January. I'm really excited for Sinnoh Tour. I think
we're halfway through January.
I know. It's Taking Treasures, I think, is going to be solid, but I don't know. Adam, I think we've done it. I think we're running a little long anyway. It's late as hell. 12:09 a.m. I'm excited for you. I'm excited. But thank you to everyone listening. Thank you to the chat. We appreciate you so very much.
I think my favorite is that I tried to do like a curveball, and it was just like it got stuck.
It sucked it away from you. You're like, what happened?
I was like, please just catch it.
DJ in the chat says, I'm excited about all this season's events. Shout to you. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
be excited.
This event is I'm excited
for
this one.
Now not only are they keeping event after event after event, they're like it's like exhibit. Like I heard you like events, so I put an event inside your event. Like they do that back to back, raging battles with Go Battle Week and taking treasures with Team Go Rocket Takeover. It's like 2 double events. It's awesome. So onslaught of things happening. It's coming at us from every angle. Pause. But thank you so much for everyone listening to the show. We appreciate you. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere you can connect with us, get some merch, all that great stuff. We really thank those that do. You can leave us an email at LuredUp@PokemonProfessor.com. You could leave us a text or a voicemail or give us a call, 732-835-8639. Thank you so much for listening. Adam, is that it?
That's it.
All right, trainers. Keep training, trainers. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.